Okay, how you doing, YouTube family and friends? Mike Sneed coming to you again. Appliance Boot Camp family and friends. I'm gonna give YouTube a few minutes to let everybody know that we're live and that we're going live right now. I'm gonna put the actual call in right here in the actual chat box. Make sure that we're not buffering like something they trying to be a little crazy tonight. Had a little problems getting in. See if we still live. Like we still live. Turn that off. Okay. Yeah, we still live. Okay. Want to thank everybody for tuning in. Give YouTube a few minutes, let them know that we're here. Got some good stuff going on. If you hadn't heard already, the actual building that we looked at doing the open house, I have that building under contract right now. I got until October the 9th to actually to buy it. The building right now is worth about 40, between 42 and $45,000. Tax value on it is like $42,000. Market value is like 45. Um, I try not when I'm buying building, I'm not going to pay more than 70% for it of the value. So that put it right at about 30. I was trying to get him down between 15 and 20. He wouldn't budge. I had one building got sold up the street for a pizza place that's coming in. Another building got sold behind us for like a restaurant equipment place, and I heard that another one might be sold also. So I heard all these moving and selling. I said I better go ahead and lock him in before somebody come talk to him. So I got him locked in for 30,000. So I got 30 days to go through and check out the building, to do the title search and do everything before I actually buy it. Right now, I'll be honest, I'm looking to actually just purchase it. It's 30,000 cash. I'm going to give them. My wife doesn't want doesn't want to go through another renovation. She said I said I was gonna take some time off and not do anything else, any new businesses, any more renovating the property. But like I said, I looked at it's funny on Facebook. The same day this year, I was doing the same thing for the appliance boot camp building and stuff. Every year, it seems like it's coming up. I'm buying a new property, and like I was saying, this right here is it's kind of like when you plant a garden. It sprouts back up. So whatever you're doing in your life, it's a season for it, and it comes back every time about that same year. Same year comes back about that same time. So if you got somebody who you notice they go through hard times about the same time every year, and every year get worse and worse and worse. That's what happens. Your life is like a crop. It just keeps coming back, and then it goes through a dormant stage. When it gets dormant, then once it gets dormant, you think it's over with, but it's actually growing bigger and bigger, and it's gonna be worse and worse next time it goes. Because that's what happens with this. Is it started off. I was paying $3,000 and $4,000 for houses. Every year I'm being able to pay more and more, and I have my it's getting bigger and bigger every time the crop comes. I have a way I can pay more and more, and so we got that going on. I also got new videos coming out. I'm gonna have the QuickBooks coming out. I got the actual subs, how to actually get subs. That's coming out too. I'm editing those videos. So that's what I'm doing right now. Waiting for the governor to open back up and waiting for the town to be okay with us having more appliance boot camp hands-on live events. But in the meantime, you can always go there and take the appliance boot camp online, and everything you need to know is right there in the online to get your business up and going. And we have plenty of alumni who can give you account of coming taking the blueprint and the blueprint working for them. And that's kind of where I'm segueing into right now with the alumni and the success from the alumni of appliance boot camp, people who came through appliance boot camp. Unfortunately, you would think that when you start the when you see people start to win, and people are winning, you would think that people will be happy to see that, and people be joyful in that you're winning. Um, but what happens a lot of times as you start to win, sometimes it start to breed contempt, and you have people who actually look at it. Right now, we have people that's on the fence who's thinking about buying appliance boot camp. And this something I was talking to some of the alumni earlier today, and I want to thank one of the alumni too that actually brought it to my attention about he brought it to my attention. I'll be honest. I had one alumni a couple of weeks ago. Well, the week after the open house, he reached out to me and he let me know, hey, I got some people who's on the fence, but they're intimidated because they're seeing all the success that everybody else is having, that they're is intimidating them. They're thinking they're coming in and they're not going to be able to do everything that everybody else is doing. Because what happened, if you start to look at the alumni from Appliance Bootcamp are doing very well. And like I say, a lot of times, all the time, not a lot of times, all the time, those alumni would do well in any field, anything they were going to do, they would do well. It's just the appliance boot camp is where they're applying their skill set. So what happens? They're looking at that and they say, I'm not going to be like a DCNF. I'm not going to be like a Slick. I'm not going to be like a one stop Mike. I'm not going to be like Lamar. I'm not as those guys are. And so they're thinking that it won't work for them because they're looking at them, how they're out here grinding and the stuff that they're doing. They're saying, I'm not like that. I can't do that. And they feel intimidated and they don't want to start. And then on the other end, and what happened when the alumni reached out to me, um, I listened to them, but I said I don't think that's quite right. I don't think people are intimidated by people's success like that. I thought it would be something that make people want to go on and really do it. I thought it really sell it and make people really want to do it. But what happened? They were looking at it and it scared them off. They said they doing 7, 8, 9 stops a day. I can't do that, and they thought that's what they had to do to actually win at this. So it would run them off. And then on the other end, you have the other people who's looking at us and they're saying, okay, this was what I didn't have one person tell me. I didn't have two people tell me. I didn't have three. I had more than three people tell me this in the last couple of days, especially after yesterday, after I released that video about real life monopoly. I had several people, more than three people, talk to me personally, three in my face, and maybe about four or five email or a call. And this is what they said. Um, you all, we know that you all are successful and that you all can do what y'all say y'all doing. Y'all can start businesses and y'all are successful. Why y'all just why keep doing it? Just stop. Showed us that you can do it, so just stop doing it now. I was like, stop what? Stop showing the money that you all are making. Stop showing stop showing us that you're buying buildings and stuff like that. Who? And this what they asked me personally. Who are you all trying to impress? And I was like, we're not impressing anybody. We celebrating, and we thought y'all would be happy that we were celebrating and showing you all that you could do it and giving you all the blueprint to do this. But they didn't like that. They said they look at us as being looked at. Maybe it's me. I ain't gonna say us, but they talked about posting checks and stuff. They they said being boastful, and I guess they're saying it's kind of like a football player. They're now looking at us. You scored the touchdown, act like you've been there before, put the ball down. I couldn't believe it, and I got this now talking to alumni today, and they said they seeing the same thing. And I was like, why are y'all mad at us because we wanted to celebrate and show you all that I thought it would be inspirational to show you everybody that they can you can do it. Because one of the things that me and one person, me and well, myself and three people, I had three people that was debating this with me. Uh, they're talking about Akon, talking about Akon is building a city out in California, out in Africa, gonna be like Wakanda and this and that. And I told him he lying. I said he lying. He ain't building it. He ain't got the money to build it. He ain't got the money to put the infrastructure together. I said somebody else got the money. He just out there advertising for them. Like when Jay-Z said he was bringing the Knicks to the. I said he don't have the money. He's not doing it. I guarantee you he's not doing it. I can listen to his conversations and tell that he's not putting no city together. Because I know what goes into building a small building. Just to put a building like this together, I know what has to be done. If he's going to build a whole city like that, no, he's not doing it. And so and I told them, I said, y'all looking at Acorn. I said Acorn. They got mad at me for saying that, but Acon, they looking for Acon to do that. And I said, here it is. We doing it real life. We're showing you all how to do it. And we're showing you all there's practical stuff that you can do to do it. It's not if all what's causing the way I've been able to buy my rental properties. And let me say this too. I was doing this prior to Appliance Boot Camp. So this right here is my lifestyle. My lifestyle right now, it was where I'm living now. It's the same thing I've been doing before Appliance Boot Camp. All right, I've been doing the same thing. I ain't doing it because of Appliance Boot Camp. I was doing this before Appliance Boot Camp, and I met JT doing this. So this is not something I just started. So Appliance Repair allowed me to do what I'm doing right now. That's it. Changing dryer belts, washer pumps, and all that. That allowed me to get to the position where I was able to pay cash for houses, and then to pay cash to renovate them, and then from there go and pay cash again, and to start other businesses and stuff. All of this right here came from appliance repair, and that's what I was teaching people. Now, far as my method, how I tell you to do appliance repair, my method is something that I know is proven. It ain't something that I just pulled out my air or pulled out my butt. I 10, 15 years ago, it wasn't the .com burst, but doing the well, it was doing the .com burst. Not no, it wasn't. It was something. I got into it after the .com burst. But me coming into appliance repair was different than how I'm telling you all to come in. I came in a little different because I worked at Sears when I was in college and I learned the trade there. I learned how to do electrical and skilled trades when I was in high school. So I had the ability. I just didn't know anything about business. Now, during the first housing bubble, that's what was the housing bubble. I think it was. But in between the .com bust and so one of these times when the economy had got real bad, I had a bunch of people who was getting it was a housing bust. It was I don't know, one of them, I can't remember. But anyway, I had a bunch of people who was coming to me. That's when I had Vinny. Vinny was the first person. He was matter of fact, Vinny he might have came doing Vinny came right after 9/11 when he was working for the airport, and after the plane crashed and they went through all this crazy mess and the airlines won't fly, he got laid off. Now Vinny had grown man problems like you all have. He had a wife, two kids. They were getting ready to go to college. He had a mortgage, and here it is. He doesn't have any income. He came and he worked with me for maybe a month. He worked with me for about a month, and we decided he needed enough money to get out here and do what he needed to do. So the things that I'm telling you all to do is the same thing I told Vinny to do. Go ahead. You don't need you need money right now. You need to get the wolf away from the door, and you need to get ahead of life. So I told him the exact same thing I told you all to do. Do one or two stops per day. Get with a third party warranty company. Let them supply you with the parts. Charge $85 per hour, and charge them an hour and a half to go out and an hour and a half to go back out and put the parts on. That's exactly what I told him. It worked. Come back doing I had Alex. You might have saw Alex and I done a video with on JT Hustle's channel. Same thing. Alex was an engineer. I go to Alex's house to actually fix the appliance. While I'm fixing the appliance, Alex reached out to me, asked me about his son. His son was just graduating from high school, and he said, "Would it be okay if his son worked with me?" I said, "Fine." So I told him about the appliance repair trade. I showed him. I told him to go read up on it, and then let me know, and I'll be more than happy to have his son work with me. He called me back that afternoon. He called. That was like on a Friday. Saturday night, he called me back and he said, "Hey, I need to talk to you." I said, "Okay, fine." I thought he was talking about his son. He said, "I need to be straight up honest with you, man. I just lost my job. I was an engineer, and I think this thing will work for me. Can I come work with you?" Uh, I was like, "You just like your job?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, how much do you need to make to replace your income?" And he told me what he was making as an engineer. I told him, I said the same thing. "Hey, this is what you need to do. You don't need to work for me. You need to go out here and work for yourself, get your own contracts." I told him the exact same things that I told you all, and they done it. And I done that for maybe 7 or 8 different people. And not only that, I had people actually come work with me maybe a month, and then I send them out, and I told them the exact same thing, and it worked. So that's how I came with to give you all this information, how to make it, how you actually start your appliance repair business. Cause I know it works. It's been proven, and every all the testimonials prove that it worked. Now, the thing that people are running into now that we didn't have back then, we didn't have the internet, and we didn't have applianceology. We didn't have all the forums, the Facebook, and all that. None of that stuff existed. You had to actually study and go get the you had to actually study and go get their fax you maybe a text sheet or something. But you had to actually, people then was good at leaving the text sheets in. You had to actually go to get the text sheet, or you get the part number for the text sheet, and you had to buy it sometime. And you kept a stack of you kept a notebook in your truck or at home filled with text sheets and stuff. So you had to actually read it and study it. So that's what we done. We had to study it and actually consume it, and we had to self-educate ourselves. Nowadays, you all got it easy, and you got it too easy, and you got spoiled. You don't want to read. You want somebody to tell you before you even go out to the customer house. You haven't even gotten the appliance model number. You haven't done any research. All you do, you go straight to the internet and say, "Hey, I'm going to fix a refrigerator. It's not freezing. What's the problem?" Everybody who's out here putting in the work, they know you haven't done anything, and they're getting frustrated of telling you all, follow the blueprint, follow the blueprint. So now you're saying, "Okay, I don't want to follow the blueprint. I want to go where somebody's going to sit there and give me the answers without me having to do anything." True, the technology does supposed to be here to help us and stuff, but we have to actually go here and learn it for yourself. How you think the person, if you call me and you every time you go to a stop and want me to walk you through step by step, how do you think I learned how to do this? How do you think the person who's walking you through learn how to do it? The only way they learn is through experience, and you're not going to bypass experience. You need to go ahead and pay your dues. Don't worry about doing 8, 9, 10 stops right now. You don't worry about that. All you want to do, 1 to 2 stops if you just starting. That's all you can handle, because you're gonna have to be studying and learning the trade. Once you learn how to self-educate yourself, then you can do any and everything. How you think I'm able to rehab these buildings and stuff? I got a book right back there that tells me everything about how to fix and anything in this building. And I sat here when I'm starting to do stuff. I have that book by my side, and I open it up and I read it. I was talking to JT the other day. He was telling me about his houses and stuff. He said he went and bought the book because they made some mistakes, and he's there fixing his house up, getting it back ready to pass inspection and stuff. That's the only way you're gonna do it. You're not gonna be able to skate through and not put the work in. It's gonna always come back to bite you in your butt. And you don't want to be dependent on somebody all the time. You want to be able to handle it for yourself, because once you learn how to self-educate yourself, and self-educate yourself is not just being able to recite recite passages that you know read from Robert Kiyosaki and from Rich Dad Poor Dad and all, and Dave Ramsey, being able to recite that stuff. Being able to self-educate means you've read that stuff, you know what it means, and you have applied it to your life where you can get the results that they're talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want you to have to be calling me every day, and me walking you through every repair. What I want you to do, I want you to be able to do it for yourself and not have to call me anymore, not have to call anybody anymore. Because what happens if you out someplace and you don't, and you got bad sales service, or what happens you run it, if you're like, if you know electronics, and that's the other thing too. There's only there's only 1 or 2 ways you can check a heater element. So why you need to keep talking to somebody and they telling you how to replace how to test a heater element? You don't need to keep doing that. Somebody tell you one time how to test the heater element. If you can't remember it, get you a notebook and write it down. You don't need to keep calling somebody, asking them how do you, and they ask you, have you checked the heater element? No, how I do that? No, you don't need that. You know, if you go to a dryer situation, it's not heating. You're gonna check all it. You're gonna check and make sure you got power 240 if it's running off. If it's electric, you're gonna check the 240 voltage. You're gonna check your thermostats. You're gonna check your heaters. And you're gonna check your thermal fuses. And then if all that's working, and you're still not heating, then you're gonna start getting out the schematic and you're gonna start chasing it down, seeing where the power is coming. If you're gonna make sure it's coming through the timer good. If it has a timer, if it got a control board, you're gonna test the control board. That's all it is. It's simple. You sometimes you all are making it too hard. It's just very simple. All right, we got a caller coming in. 336. We got 336.
Mike,
336.
Mike.
Hey,
Yeah,
what's up,
man.
man?
Hey, man. I had to call you going on a tangent.
Yeah, pull me back in, man. Pull me back in.
Yeah, yeah. You outside of yourself right now.
What
that ain't you
happened,
too,
man?
Mike.
You guys are doing it. And I'm so proud of you guys. That now people are starting to have contempt for you all. They're thinking you all are I guess y'all celebrating too much in the end zone.
Well, it's a reason we only talk about the celebrations, man. Because the loss is hurt, man. Nobody want to celebrate the loss. The losses be hurting. Believe me, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't lose just as much as I win, but I've lost enough to know I try to mind my business when it comes to them losses. But
Yeah.
I want to celebrate the wins. Yeah, but yeah, you're doing good, man. But don't go too hard on everybody. We still got to, let us be the one to to have that conversation.
Yeah,
You don't want that.
yeah. Like I said, I have to. Some of it is to reel some people in because some people are they have to know you got to put the work in. I don't care what they do, they're gonna have to put the work in, regardless.
Yeah, you got to put the work in. Yeah, I had that conversation with a couple of people, man. You can't skip out on the work. You're gonna have to do the whole job. I mean, you're gonna have to check it out. You know, that's just the way it is. I
Hmm.
mean, you, it's easy, but it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
guess that's the it's easy work, but it's hard work.
Hmm.
So you know, just slow down, man. Don't go too deep. Look like you was about to put a bow tie on. Look like you about to put a bow
Okay,
tie on,
I
bro.
won't go hotel on them. I won't go hotel.
Oh, okay. All right, man.
All
Later.
right, man. Thanks for reeling me in.
All right, you too.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks, Slick, for reeling me in. Telling me to come up for some air. But nah, that's the thing. Because like I say, the stuff that I'm showing you all is stuff that I know it works. It's not something I have to guess about. I know it works, and that's the thing too. It, appliance repair is just it was is just to get you this thing. Let me say this right here. All right. Appliance repair is it's not about repairing appliances. What I'm showing you all, and maybe I should explain this in the very beginning, so we would know. Repair this appliance boot camp and everything that we're doing. It has nothing to do with appliance repair. It's about wealth creation. That's what the five bank accounts. That's why I'm showing you all how I'm actually buying the rental property and all. It's about wealth creation. Appliance repair is just right now. It's the best avenue that we have to make enough money to create the wealth that we need. So I don't care if we had to go out here and pick plums for $85 an hour. I'll be showing you all how to pick plums for $85 per hour. This is just the only method right now. This is the best vehicle that I know for us to actually make the money that we need and has a demand, and you in total control of everything to go out here and actually provide for your family and create the wealth that you need that kicks off enough cash so you can pay cash for these rental properties and stuff like that. So, with that being said, you can get so focused on trying to be the trying to all you thinking about is just I'm gonna go here and I want to I just want to be the best technician, the best technician, best technician. I want you to be great at your job, but I want you to look further than that. It's not about you being the best technician out there. When I'm telling you to do these 1 or 2 stops per day, and you want to do volume, you saying, "Oh, I'm just going to take a, I want to just take a, I'm going to take a bad contract just so I can get some work." I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to think like that. I want you to think like a business owner. If somebody going to do 3 calls to make $250, and I can do 1 call to make $250, but I might have to wait an extra day to do it. I'm gonna wait the extra day to do it, and so I have because I don't want to be rushed, and I want to make sure that I'm being profitable. If I got 3 calls, they filling up my schedule with all this garbage. I don't have time when the good calls to come in to do them. You don't have time to actually then to study and stuff. It's just too much. You don't want, and the mathematics don't work. It's a reason why most businesses go out of business within 5 years. And most of them that go out within 5 years is not because they don't have enough business. Most of them are usually having enough business. It's because the metrics that they're charging and stuff are wrong, and nobody teaches them that. They're thinking they have to do volume. They got to be busy, busy, busy. No, you don't. All you need is about 5 stops per day. What I'm telling you, and that's all you really need to make it. Starting off, all you need 1 or 2. You don't have to be doing a bunch of them. That's what I'm trying to teach you all. That it's about creating wealth, and then you want to look too. If you're looking for mentors, this is what I normally. This is how I pick my mentors. I look at that person, not like right now. I look at that person and I say, okay, my mentors are 55 and older. So I talk to the 55-year-old guy. I'm looking at his life, and I'm saying, okay, at 55, do I want to be where that person is at 55 in my life? And if not, I'm not going to listen to them because they can't tell me how to get nowhere but where they're at. So so I'm not going to listen and follow their blueprint. Somebody who's where they want to be at 55, that's where I want to be at. So that's why sometimes it bothers me when I see people. Okay, for instance, they might listen to somebody about relationships and marriages, and the person 55 years old and they're not married and stuff. So how he gonna teach you to be 55 and unmarried? Because that's all he knows. He don't know how to be 55 and married with a wife waiting on grandkids because he never done it. Same thing. If you want to see what I've done and my blueprint, just look. Like I said, the lifestyle I've been living this for a long time. After about maybe 2 to 3 years of appliance repair, I was out the truck. I wasn't in the truck no more. I ain't been in the truck in a long time. I don't do repairs anymore, and that's what I'm telling you all. You look at the people who's coming behind me, who's taking my formula. A lot of them now in a year are stepping out the trucks, and they're actually now becoming business owners. Now, if you listening to somebody and you said, okay, this person he teaching me how to be a super tech, and it's just say, how long have you been doing this? Oh, 10, 15 years. You still doing it every day. Yes. Well, you're going to be doing it 10 or 15 years. And you 40 years old and you 50 years old, just add 10 years, 15 years on that. You're going to be doing it because those persons that you might be listening to have not crossed over to the places that you want to get to. You need to find people that cross you over, get you the way you need to get to. That's why I'll tell you all. My job is to just get you in the boat and get you moving. And then once you get to moving, then I would say go over to USA, go over to the trade organizations, and then find mentors in there and peer groups. Because those people, if you somebody who want to grow your business and have a bunch of techs and make your business be your retirement, you need to talk to those people because they are doing it every day. I'm not doing it that way. My retirement, I'm taking money off the top with the 5 bank accounts and I'm buying properties, investing in other businesses that I don't have to be hands on in. So that's my retirement. So if you want your business to grow and you have a lot of techs, you need to get around people who actually are doing that so they can teach you. If somebody's going to teach you just to be a technician, you're going to be a technician all your life. And before long, Father Time is going to catch up with you. And Father Time hasn't lost. And it ain't going to be like I was talking to one guy, the matter of fact, this weekend, he's 62 years old doing appliance repair. I asked him, how long are you going to keep doing it? He said, I'm going to do it as long as I can get up. I said, get up. He said, yeah, I ain't got no problem getting down. He said he almost fall when he trying to get down, but getting back up is the hard part. So do you want to be that? Do you want to be doing that? So that's why I say you got to find the people that you want their life in years to come. That's who you listen to. Okay, we're going to 470. You're on 470.
Uncle Mike,
Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
man, I'm kind of blowed. I'm kind of mad about what you're saying right now. That's crazy. That whole thought process is lunatical. I don't even think that's a word. I'm gonna make that. That's lunatical to think that way. So, because okay, here goes again. So the first part, somebody hating or somebody gets upset that one group of people are succeeding when everybody and their mama is selling a course to do this and oh it's corona, everybody losing jobs. You find an avenue that's actually helping somebody. The people who actually follow the avenue is being successful and you mad, that's a hater. And I don't care how you feel. I don't care if it's tough to you that we worked hard. We had to work. See, that's what it is. You a lazy jerk. You a dog. You got a slave's mentality. You got a employee. Just Google the word employee. Then Google the word employer. Employer means master. Employee means slave. You have a slave mindset for you to get mad at another worker because that worker found a better way that you can join for $200 yourself. And that worker is taking that same way and taking away the wolf, meaning the debt, taking away the jobs, the police. The police don't ever pull me over because it's a business riding around because their job actually is policy enforcers to enforce business conducts well. The point of what I'm trying to say, sir, is that's a hater. And I don't care what you feel like. I don't care that you don't like or you upset that DCNF or one of these other brothers or One Stop Mike is out here doing a great job for him and his family. How you mad about that? Number one. That's number one. Number two, why don't you learn that this is a family here? And that not too long ago, I seen 60 business owners that at any time, if they got my number, they can call me and I will tell them, ask them, and we going to find a way to make you successful. But when you talking to us and telling us that you ain't putting in the work, that's why we don't want to answer your questions when you asking how much do we charge. We know for a fact you don't know you ain't did the work because it tell you exactly how much to charge. Or what do I say to the people? You ain't read what it said. You ain't done the work, but you want the effort. You ain't done the work, but you want the results. Then you get mad at the people who got the results. That's called a coon. That's called a Tom. That's called a slave who hating on your brother when all it takes for you to do is put your hand out and try. And even when you do put your hand out and try, guess what? You got brothers that'll help you stand up if you can't do it yourself. So ain't no excuse for them. And sir, I love Mrs. Sneed. I love you. But ma'am, you ain't nobody said nothing to these white folk who start businesses over and over and over. What's wrong with the man? See, with the word retire, sir, means to die. Google it. It means to die. You trying to say you want my Uncle Mike to sit down and die somewhere? No. We need him to build and build and build because ain't nobody building. Okay, so I don't care what they say. Uncle Mike, I will help you buy the whole city, the whole state of North Carolina if I can. What's wrong with that? Why is it okay for the owner of the Falcons to buy multiple businesses over and over and over, but if a black man do it, it's a problem?
Hey,
Why is that a problem to you?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you this, and you're not gonna believe this. I had somebody tell me this. They said this honestly. They said I asked them myself, why you get mad because I'm buying property with my money and I'm building it myself. I'm doing everything on my own. I said, why you get mad about doing that? And they told me, I said, because they always I had my cousins and them. Had a great carpentry company, and they were building all these houses for this guy. But they had a white guy buying all the stuff. They're using the white guy licenses and all that. And then and all of a sudden they just stopped. And they always say, why did they stop doing that? They had a great job. They didn't have to do nothing but build the houses. The guy was paying for it and everything. So I asked them, I said, why y'all question that? But then when I'm doing it, y'all telling me to stop. And this is what they told me. I'll feel more comfortable if you had a white guy behind you backing you like they did. After that,
Because
I
they
said, I can't.
slave.
Honestly, that's what they told. If you had a white guy backing you with your money, with their money, and when they were backing you, they'll feel more comfortable with me doing it that way than me putting myself out there because they feel like I'm gonna mess up and lose everything.
Because they a slave. because they are a foolish slave. I love them to your face. I love all my cousins. So, sir, I done told my cousins, this between me and you. Now I was going to pay you anyway. But I said, look, I got this program. I'm going to give you the username and password. Just start the business. I'll buy your LLC. I'll come down there. I can fly down there on the weekend. I can sign up, since I'm signed up with Tom, put in a different zip code, show you I'm making the money, and put you in business. No, I can't do that because I don't know. We just slaves and fearful, and you are afraid, and you need to get off that punk assness and step out here because it's only gonna get eviler. And we only talking about somebody who's afraid. I was afraid too. My first job, I didn't know what was going on, but I had to get over that fear. They ain't got no faith. You're just full of fear. And your slave master has taught you that. You never had counseling through your 400 years of slavery, and you don't want to wake up out of this foolishness. You ain't enslaved with chains no more. You are economic slaves, and you won't wake up your mind to make the money that you don't need nothing from nobody. And you've been conditioned this way, and you don't want to wake up. And we ain't got time to be talking, arguing with them. Don't have no more words for them. They don't deserve to speak to you anymore when they say ignorant things that way. That's the time for you to cut it off. Oh, well, that's terrible that you feel that way, and walk away, because they don't need to be stressing you. You need to be continuing the path, because you are blessing black people and white people and Spanish or whoever else has signed up for this all over the country. You're doing this. This is a mighty thing you're doing, and we ain't got time to be listening to what a hater say. Oh, well, I don't believe I can do that because Mrs. Ward done that. First of all, Mrs. Ward is a woman. Beautiful. Love you. Bow, bow. Anyway, Mrs. Ward is a woman, okay? And she's out here killing it. Now, I ain't got no disrespect to ladies, but hey, listen, brother, you need to open up your eyes and see if this beautiful young lady can do it. You can do it. If I can do it with felonies and drugs this and drugs that, and had to run from the police, if I can do all that, you can do it. I'm tired of your excuses. We are great and mighty people, but this fear, these people have put fear on. It's the fear they put into your mind, and you ain't got it out your mind. And so I don't care what they talking about, sir. You build whatever buildings you want. We gonna support what you do, because what you've done is taking the wolf away from my house. My children don't need nothing for you because of you. And I have unlimited amounts of potential to make, and I can do whatever I want to do because you showed me an avenue where I ain't got to kiss nobody behind, especially not no white man behind, to be able to get what I want to get. Now, if they talking anything else, besides being free in that way, they're a slave, and we ain't got time for them. So, sir, I don't want you to waste your time with them no more. If somebody, I'm going to buy a new business, I don't care if it's that beautiful Mrs. Sneed. Mrs. Sneed, you better leave us alone and take these gifts we going to buy you and leave us alone. This man got something to do. We going to bless you on the way because he love you. But if he didn't love you, we can find a way to pack you up and move you to Canada. But since he love you, we love you too. Let him build, because sometimes in our mindset, sir, we limit ourselves because we ain't seen nobody be able to go further. We just thinking this is our conditioning. This is the place black people should be in, even though we invented the car, the train, the phone, the cell phone, the internet. I can go on for the next 20 minutes of what we invented. They want to put us, and we want to keep ourselves in a position of the lack, of the bottom, and that is over with. Them 400 years is done. It is now time for us to excel, and you help us do that. You, Brother JT, does it. It's some other brothers that do it, but you just have done it better. And I don't want to hear what they say, so please don't waste your time with these people no more. Guess what, people? If you do 2 jobs a day, it's paying you $255. $400 a day is $100,000 a year. You can live in $1 million. You can live in a $600,000 house if you only did 2 jobs a day. So stop telling us about running 5 and 6 and 7 acres. I ain't running no doggone 5 and 6 and 7 acre. When you get good enough, you don't need to do that.
Right.
And that's another great thing you said, sir, because I've been going over that. I'm getting older. I feel my body from the pain, from the war, being hurt, being shot at in Iraq, and this country not be nothing for me. I feel that pain. So I can't be in this truck forever. I got to duplicate. I got to multiply. I got to show other men that, hey, you don't have to go to school for 5 years to come out here and make $100,000 a year. You don't have to beg nobody for a job, which is what application means. To apply means to beg. If you Google that word, apply. You ain't have to plead no more as a servant or an employee for anyone to give you anything. There has been a path and an ability left for you. Now, if they either gonna get on it, sir, or they gonna get up out your face. Because I'm tired of you. I'm tired of hearing you talk about these people hating on everything you doing when they got the same hands to do it. Please don't have no more time for them. So, and now I'm done fussing, but sir, I'm just saying, we doing a mighty thing. You doing a mighty thing, and you allowed me and I bless the other families on here to do a mighty thing with you. Forget the haters, because we gonna always hear what a hater got to say, but we ain't gonna never pay attention. We gonna go do mighty things. So I looked on Zillow today. I found me a house for $40,000 on Zillow, sir. I only need 10% of that down. I'm changing my whole life from fixing appliances, trusting a brother named JT who took me to a man named Uncle Mike. So I don't care what they say. You're doing a great thing. We're going to continue to grow and be great, sir. Love everybody, ABC family. Atlanta district, we need to come together, get this meeting together. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't got nothing to do somewhere in a couple of days, hit me up. But anyway, love you, sir. Forget the haters.
Thanks.
Keep building. I'm going to follow your plan every step you take, sir. Love you. Peace, peace.
Bye-bye. I got 571. 571. I mean 561. 561. Are you still on 561?
Hey, Mike.
Oh, Miss Ward. Thank you for calling in, Miss Ward.
You know I needed to call. You know I had to call in.
Yeah, you celebrating too much, Miss Ward. They want you to just put the football down and act like you've been there before.
Yeah, well, let your haters be your motivators. So, this is why I'm antisocial. I barely talk to my own family. You know what I'm saying? When I'm doing my goals and my vision, because I know I'm built differently. I can't get distracted with other people's stuff. It don't mean people don't love you, just mean they got a different call, and people don't always hate on the call. This remind me, there's a movie called The Spook Who Sat by the Door. So anybody that know anything about that type of cinema, they need to go look at it. My biggest concern at this particular point is that I start following you from Save, Invest, Repeat. Because I was interested in the way you were doing the real estate, how you were taking your cash flow and investing it. A lot of people don't understand that, the whole purpose of having a business is to take that money and funnel it into other things. And that is an entire process. I have received calls from brothers who have been concerned for me and my safety, and why do you need a 2020 Pro Master? Why it's got to be that big? And I'm like, I'm not that woman that sleep with you every night and believe them lies. You hold her down. I got me. You feel me? But at the end of the day,
you getting that in your hometown now too?
Oh yeah, I get it all. But this is why I run solo like I do in so many of my moves, simply because you realize everybody doesn't think that way. And if you continue to talk to people who are small-minded, who have no vision, they're going to limit your abilities. And this is why I don't talk to people. I limit my intake. You feel me? Because I have zero tolerance for BS. There are times, you'll see me post, I'm studying. While I'm listening.
Yes. You have two laptops. That's what I be saying. Y'all wondering, she posts, she got two laptops. She's studying. She's studying her craft. And she's studying business, everything. And you want to look at the videos, all the videos, the go. I don't know.
Yeah, but the reality is that, we can talk until we're out of breath. When there's a call on your life, that call is just for you. It's just like when I tell people when they're trying to drag people through the door with them, a lot of times God only opened that slit for you because everybody ain't ready. And sometimes you have to go and prepare the way for others. But at the end of the day, the call is always a lonely walk. And the problem is so many people could be so much greater if they would just shut the noise out. First thing you got to do is discipline you. Once you discipline you, everything else falls into place. And then you don't have an appetite for the drama. This is why my phone don't ring like that. Because people know I'm not interested. I don't want to hear nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? If it's not about increasing my brand, increasing my business, making it streamlining the process, like this evening, I just sent out to my employees, I just sent out their itinerary. I'm talking I got couriers, I got people that pick up parts and deliver. I have multiple things going on, but I operate like a corporation. And I stumble like everybody else, but I do that for, I am willing to, I have no fear. And that's what people, why people are so intimidated by me, because they like, she has no fear. I have no fear because how many times can you get knocked down? You feel me?
Right.
I done been through things people cannot imagine.
Mhm.
But that's what irks me, when people want the anointing, but they're not willing to pay the price to get it. They don't have the thick skin or the mentality. They don't have mental toughness. Like, prime example, I did a video today because I can't even sleep because I'm grinding so hard. Like, I'll wake up with an idea, a problem, and I'll get up. Like, I might crash at 1 a.m. I'm back up at 2:30 because, okay, let me work this another way. Let me look at that schematic. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But I'm pushing myself because I need exponential results. Most people aren't built that way. But do you think I care? It's none of my business. This is my journey. You know, and this is why when you are cut from a different cloth, you got to shut out the noise.
Mhm.
And, you know, I'm one of them people, I believe in the talented tenth. Hate all you want to hate. You know, there are those of us that are going to excel. And it's the call. It's not like I asked for it. There's a lot of things I don't have in my life simply because I have this call and this drive to get this done.
Yeah.
But it ain't for me, it's for generations behind me. So, you know, I used to get frustrated, but I will call you out. Don't call me for nothing. You better join every group I'm in. You better get this stuff, even if you don't know what to. Let me tell you, there's a time I used to look at these appliance schematics and be like, what? I mean, a light bulb just went off yesterday on something that I should have been got. But I had to slow down long enough and focus on my weak points. On my channel, I constantly talk about 1% improvements. And
Yeah,
you got to find your weakness.
Brian Tracy.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, I was just talking to Slick today. I said, shoot, I'm about to move up there with Mikey doing all this investing. I need to be shadowing him. I just don't want his wife looking at me sideways. But if she know like I know, she ain't got nothing to worry about. Trust. But anyway, Mike, I appreciate you. I always give you the credit. And I admire the fact. See, this is amazing to me. You're in this small town that is notorious for a certain history, and you still excel in spite of. And the messed up, you know what's the worst part is that the hate is coming from us.
That's what I was going to say. It's funny. Everybody else love us, but it's the people that we're trying to help no, I see now what Harriet Tubman means. She said, I could have freed 100,000 more or whatever if they just
there
knew.
You go.
If this past weekend, it really got bad this past weekend. I done that video Saturday. I mean, I think it was Saturday or Sunday. Whenever I done that video, oh my God, it's just been nonstop. So.
Well, you know, it just lets you know who's on your team and who ain't. I love it when they show their face to me because I'll be like, you 10 feet, you 10 feet. And most of the time, you know, you sit back, people show you who they are. Once they tell you, you got to believe them and move on. Because it's just kind of like dead weight, just that energy itself. I mean, you better than me because they couldn't even be breathing in my direction because I'm grimy. I'm like, look, you breathing in my direction, my IQ is dropping. I'm grimy. Like I don't care because I've been there.
This is the thing that's really bad though. The thing is they really think they're helping you and they're giving you advice. They're thinking that this is what they're thinking is we're getting too big and we're doing too much. And I guess they think the lynch mob gonna come out and lynch us and hang us or whatever. They saying y'all doing too much. Y'all need to just be quiet and be quiet and just make your money. Don't let nobody know they're gonna come. They're gonna do this to you. They're gonna do that. I said, no, those days are gone. Ain't nobody coming to hang me and string me up. But that's what they're thinking, and that's why they're telling us to be quiet and don't do this and don't buy anything else because they're gonna come and they're gonna make you lose everything and all that stuff.
Yeah, but you know, that's that self-loathing, that's that stuff that's programmed in some of our DNA, like the brother said earlier, from slavery. And it's unfortunate because you look at, you know, I remember I was talking to a friend of mine. I said, you look at certain families of color, they go in a supermarket, they telling their kids, don't touch this, don't do this, you know, and they keep them restricted and confined. You look at these other people, they let their kids explore, discover the world, so they don't see boundaries.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the end of the day, when you become an adult, you have to change your mindset. You can't say you want something and you're not willing to pay the price for it. That's why I have zero tolerance for BS. I'm like, don't even come this way with it, please. But Mike, that's all I had to say. I got to go back to scheduling and doing some more studying and trying to catch up on the sleep I missed. But you know, I'm always your number one supporter. I'm looking for the real estate blueprint and all that other stuff you ain't talking about. Hint, hint. And I'll be the first one to buy it.
Okay, I appreciate it, Miss Ward. It's coming.
All right, man. Enjoy your evening. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye. We got 702. We got 702. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you this too. You know, 702, you're on. Prior to you all, up until Appliance Bootcamp Alumni started really putting their information out there, I could go on YouTube and I could find all these videos and all these people talking about business, how to start businesses, all these people selling courses for business. Now that you guys are out here doing business, I can't find anybody. I have to look at you all for inspiration. I'll be looking, I said, well, these guys ain't talking about business anymore. Now everybody done moved into some high value male thing. Then I realized it's all entertainment for them. They weren't serious about it. They're just going wherever they think the money was at. 702, you're on. 702, you're on.
Man, Uncle Mike, this is Marcus with LV Handy out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. When I tell you
What's going on, man?
Changed man of the life. I'm just getting done with my day, but I put a little bit of extra on it. But I'm gonna make $500 a day after I bill Amazon out.
There you go.
Whoever is talking, I went from that 40 hours a week, 40 for 40 years for 401k mindset to get off into this entrepreneurial. It's always been in me, and it took my youngest son to get scholarships for football and say he don't want to do it no more. He was like, I want to be a barber. I want to make my own money. And he makes about $500 a day cutting hair. And he is a mobile barber. It's ridiculous. So when you make this type of money, and you can see it, when I quit my job 3 weeks ago, the owner was like, you sure you don't see yourself here forever? I was like, nope, I got to go eat what I kill. And he kind of understood that. But they want you to say, hey, I want to be slave to your $33 an hour when I can go get 85. I'm sorry. I'm going to go get that 85. You showed us that blueprint, and it works. All you have to do is do it. And for the people who are stuck in those positions, think about how many of these $100,000 a year jobs that got laid off or won't come back because they figured out a better way to do it. They can do it online. But you can't do appliance repair online, not yet. So
right.
I got to get my hands dirty. I got to go in there and figure it out. I've been able to. When we came out there for the get-together on the 5th, I was able to change my flight and say, you know what, let's drive to Baltimore and then fly out of Baltimore because Appliance Repair has done that for me. It put the paper in my pocket to make those decisions that I could not have made with a job. And then my girl was like, hey, you sure we want to do that? I was like, let me call my boss and check in. Oh, he said, it's okay. I'm sorry. So, you know, it is what it is. And there was another company that wanted to hire me for my management skills with property management. But how can I build your business and I'm trying to build mine? So you putting me behind, and I don't have time. I messed up a long time ago. So let me get this money right now. So I'm doing a black man brunch with my sons every month now. We started the first one yesterday, and we talked about the 5 banking accounts. We talked about saving $28 a day, thanks to Erica, so you could have something to show for it and use it. But the 5 bank accounts, they have to understand that. They don't get the concept just yet, but I'm going to break it down and let them see the numbers. So they can see when you take that profit off the top, it feels so good. It ain't FU money. It's attitude money. I got the attitude that I don't give a damn. My daughter was a little bit nervous. She's like, oh, she only 13. She don't know no better. She's like, oh, you quit your job, we're going to be broke. Baby, I made sure we taken care of for 6 months if I don't get one call. But let's make it clear. We can get this money, and we got to get out of the cubicle and get back in the field. I'll be a field Negro. I'm sorry. Because I can make, my pocket is fat. I go home, I know it's $300 to $600 in that billfold, and ain't nobody can tell me different. I can't wait to get to the bank and break that money up. So it is what it is. And if they don't want to drink this Kool-Aid, they got their own Kool-Aid over there that you're gonna be stuck, and you're gonna be worried about what can you do when you're 65? I already know what I can do. I can build a appliance repair company in every country I like to visit, and make sure and hire somebody. Hire that master. Being 15 years in, I'll have a tech next year, putting him out, and you're going to be doing my 5 calls a day, and then we're going to find another one. I'm going to say, hey, you got a friend, a family member that you want to work with, somebody you good with? Hey, put them on. Let's put them on. And if they're not good with you, we find somebody else. But I don't want to be doing this. I'll be 48 this year. I'll be doing this for 5 years. And in 5 years, I'll have somebody else doing it for me, generating that cash flow so we can go out and buy those buildings. Because was that a pharmacy to the left of the ice cream parlor?
Yeah, that was a pharmacist. They actually, that was supposed to be my next building I was going to buy. When I first moved in, he asked me why I didn't buy his. I said, I ain't know it's for sale. And I said, how much you want? He told me 60. I said, okay, let me get these and then I'll come back and get it. So after I got my ice cream parlor up and running, I went and asked him. He said, nah, he don't want to sell it now. So I went and bought that one. Like I said, that one is 30. I went and looked in it today. I got to put about another 15,000 in it. So about 45, I'll be all in. 45, 50, I'll be all in.
He don't want to sell it now because you brought value to that block.
Right.
So now his property value is up because you put in that value. So I understand the game. Let him do it. But in the meantime, as I was walking around that little community, and I went to one of the little antique shops, bought a soda. The lady was so kind. I thought she was just being that way, being funny. But she was like, come back. You want some fun? You want this? You want that? I was like, I'm good. But I appreciated the small town feel, even though I had those flashes in my mind. I'm like, this looks a little bit spooky. But I would appreciate if these people would understand that you gave some game, because I was looking at all kinds of stuff online. I was coding for a minute, and I still got the coding in me, but I can, that's $50 to $75 an hour. But I got to go ask somebody, could I get that money? I got to I got to go, I got to tell them where I'm going for lunch. I ain't got to tell you jack. If I call my girl and say, hey, I'm about to pick you up, we got to shoot out to LA for the day, which I'm going to do because I can do it. I can say, look, Southwest is $60 round trip. Let's go to LA for the day, have lunch on the beach, and come back to the desert and kick it. Who cares? I can do it. It's one stop. And I can use that other money to help my sons out to understand, to figure out, hey, come on work with me. I take my oldest son out with me. He's a graphic designer. Don't want to get his hands dirty. But he comes out, he gets the gist. I'm giving him these little seeds, so whenever you need some money, come get it. It's always out there. Go get it. You want to mount a TV? Let's go mount a TV. Charge them $150, get that money. Why not? If they want you to do something else, do it. But for the people, the haters can't create nothing, so they want to hate. And that's not everybody. The other people, they're always going to be employees. We're going to live our life off our employees. I can't run a business without you.
Right.
So your mindset is your mindset. But if I tell the people that I talk to, the young cats, if you want to come in with me, come in with me. But you're going to get, at some point, if you want to start your own business, it ain't no harm. It's 3 million properties in Vegas, or 3 to 4 million. And each of them got 4 to 5 appliances, not including the apartment building. So we always going to eat. All I need is 1,200 stops a year. I'm sorry. I'm going to eat well. So I appreciate you. My girl appreciated the situation, seeing that as well, just to feel that camaraderie of all these black men wanting to do better. And everybody got money in their pocket. Nobody was scrounging. Everybody felt comfortable around everybody because we all giving up game. We paid for the game and we end up giving the game. And I even told DCNF, I have scheduled a conference call for $150 with him. No problem, player. Here you go. I will make sure you get your money because you're giving me game that I have not absorbed yet. So, and just like Ms. Ward said, every day is a classroom for me. I just left not a microwave, a dryer. I knew what the problem was already. It was a coil pack. But I broke that dryer down anyway, and just going through videos, looking, okay, let me test this, let me check this, just to refresh my mind. And to get that extra classroom time. I ain't nothing else to do, why not? And I'm getting paid $250 for it. Who cares?
Right.
But I appreciate the thought process, the whole mindset shift. Just like you said, when you were an employee and you could barely afford certain things, but now you're a business owner and you can afford whatever you want to afford. You can figure it out. As an employee, I only got 40 hours, and then if you don't offer overtime or you say I'm salary, I can't make no more money.
Right.
But if I go out here and I say I put an ad up on Craigslist for $5, that ad can generate me thousands. And I can sit there and be like, okay, I think I got 2 calls already lined up for tomorrow morning, and I can make it 3 if I want to, and just kick back. And I think 210 just sent me something else, and it's $100 just to walk in the door. And I already know that KitchenAid, I'm gonna change probably the igniter on those things, both igniters, and still bill out almost $400.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. So I truly appreciate you and your family. Keep up the good work. Don't let this detract you from anything, because your pocket does not affect their pocket. And if they did, then they could say something. But in the meantime, if you lost everything, you got a crew of people that can help you get back whatever you want. You invested in us, so we can invest in you. And that's how that really works.
And that's the way it is. I like it exactly like it is, where everybody is eating, everybody got money. It ain't just me got no money. Everybody got money. And like I said, to the point, y'all making so much money that y'all that you all got haters. It's funny when I think about it. You got guys who saying no, that they was unemployed, or guys who won't never make it no money. Now they showing y'all money, y'all getting mad, saying that they doing who they trying to impress. They doing too much.
Exactly. I never even thought about it until you mentioned it. When you fill out a job application, they ask you have you committed a felony and all this other good stuff. But on a business app, when you creating your LLC, you don't see none of that.
You don't see none of that. What color you are? None of that stuff.
Yeah. When you get your EIN number, they don't ask you none of that.
And none
they
of
just
that
want
stuff.
your money. Well, EIN number is free, so they don't even care. What are you going? I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it? So if you got this type of game, because there's plenty of courses online that you can from, and I'm gonna shout out, but Glendon and Erica, they got that stuff there that is great. That stuff that helped me out in the very beginning with my handyman services. But when I found the appliance boot camp and I was going through coding, I'm balancing like, okay, the coding is gonna pay me now. No, it wasn't. It was gonna pay me until a year later, because I still gotta go beg this dude to give me a job. But now I ain't gotta beg you nothing. I fired a property management company because he told me what I should be making. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And then he was like, and then he called back. You got the nerve to tell me you're not gonna work with me anymore. Yes, I'm not gonna work with you, because if you nickel and diming me now, you're gonna keep on nickeling and diming me until I'm broke and out of business. And that's what they don't see. Is like you said, the guy doesn't. You spoke about the guy who couldn't pay for his parts because you're not charging enough.
Right.
You thinking, okay, I made $33 an hour at my last job, so if I make $50 an hour now, I'm winning. No, you're not.
You're not
you
winning.
You are just existing. Yeah, you're just existing. So I don't want to exist. I want to thrive. I cannot wait. I know it's just materialistic thing, but I'm looking at this Rolex and I'm like, I'm buying this Rolex. I don't care what nobody say. And I'm a cash for that Rolex, but I'm gonna make sure it's only 10% of the money I got in my account before I buy that Rolex. So, and I got something to pay me back to get that money back. Just you gotta sit there and say, hey, I want nice things. I could have those nice things. I can see the vision on the wall. All my credit cards are paid off before I quit my job. I can take care of things for my daughter or my grown sons if they need something. Come holler at me. You don't need to borrow no money from nobody else. You want to go buy a $5,000 car? You're gonna pay daddy. You ain't gotta pay. You ain't gotta go ask nobody else but me. And or call your mother and we'll put something together. But do not call nobody else, especially my daughter. She's 13. You will never have to call nobody else. And I said, look, and I got 2 life insurance policies. I got y'all set. So no job will tell you only can bereave for 3 days. You can bereave for 5 years if you want to. So let's do it. So that's how we're going to make this money work. But I appreciate you guys. I got to get this washing machine out of my garage that I repaired. Flipping appliances, I'm gonna leave that one alone for now. That's a lot of work. I'm like, man, I was like, I got to move this again? I'm good. But there's other money out there. is going to put me in a position by the end of this year. I should be. I'm on track to do $150 next year. No harm, no foul. Because I can do 8 in a month.
Great stuff.
Yeah, so I truly appreciate you guys. You doubled my income. You doubled my income, not my net. My gross is not that. No, you're doubling my income, or the money I touch before the government touches it. I can go chop it up in my bank account and live my life. I got to pay car insurance, all that stuff. It don't mean nothing to me because I don't even think twice about it. It's automatically coming out of my 15% account.
Right.
I don't even think twice about it. I want to go somewhere. We bought a pop-up camper. The guy was like, "Oh, I want $3,000 for it." All right, let's run to the bank right quick. He was like, "Okay, no, I ain't got time to be negotiating with you. I see what I want. Let's go get it. So let's go do it. It'll pay for itself." But again, I appreciate you and your family. This thought process, this mindset shift for a lot of us men that are on there. You got, like you said, it was 1,000 people who came through Appliance Bootcamp, and we just put the 20% rule on that. That's 200 business owners, not employees, not techs. These are business owners. So I'm gonna go find me a tech, somebody that doesn't mind being an employee. But that's 6 months from now. That's where I'll have somebody on the streets for me to get out here and let's go put 10 toes to the pavement and let's go get some money. And then that's gonna change the whole dichotomy again. So it is what it is. I appreciate everybody that participates, and Slick, DCNF, because he can't read, of course, Big Sis over there, Miss Ward. Everybody is putting in game and giving us all this information, and they're gathering all this information from all these other places and dropping it in our lap. And I can give it to you. What you gonna do with it? You can go live here and be broke, or you can go get this money. Because I'm sitting right now, I'm about to go put this billfold on the counter, and I know it's $600 right there. And that ain't even nothing that so it is what it is. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Let's go get some more and see what else we can do. And I just talked to one of my friends. He just retired, and he was like, he retired early, but he ain't stressing. He was like, "Dude, I got 10,000. Let's go put we can go buy a duplex or a fourplex." I was like, "You ain't said nothing but a word." Ain't said nothing but a word. So again, I truly appreciate your family. Looking forward to next year, and everybody need to get their passport so we can do ABC in a foreign country.
There you go.
All right, brother. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you. Last caller for the night, 678. We got 678. Last caller for the night. We got 678. Hey, how you doing?
Was good, Mike?
What's happening?
Not much. It's DCNF.
Oh, what's up, DCNF? What's going on, man?
Man, doing well. Just wanted to pop in and say what's up, and want to schedule that call with you like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay, that's fine. Just call anytime. Just call anytime. I'm available.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. I'm loving the show today. I promise you, I'll be talking to Slick about this.
You got a sub now, right? If that's something that you're not supposed to tell.
Oh man, he winning out here, man. My sub is winning. Yeah, it's going well.
That's great, man. Once you add a sub on, and you start seeing the money starting to multiply, because now you got two people out there working with you too, man. It gets real good.
Oh yeah, starting to get that time to actually really tweak things the way you need to tweak them. And having brought on somebody, learned that process, and I got two people, waiting, wanting to get on. So I'm working on
oh wow,
making sure the workflow is right. Oh yeah. I got another application in the last week.
Man, there you go.
Oh yeah.
You be out the truck. One or two more people. You out the truck.
Man, I get one more, Mike. I'm telling you, but I still got some work I need to do as far as getting the business all the way right to make sure it's consistent and the numbers, are more than just 5, 6, and I'm getting, that day up there to add that second person. Because we making those strides though. We trying to get there.
That's great stuff, man. That's great stuff. Now, how's your family? How are they liking now? About you actually doing appliance repair? Do they see the potential and everything now?
Man, yeah, they definitely do. I'm gonna tell you this: as long as I've been home in the last 10 years, like I'm going on a year now, being home straight, no break, no going nowhere else, just family at the house, going to work, do what I do. So this is great for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this one guy. American Slevin, call in if you don't mind. I'm gonna put it up for you. American Slevin, call in if you don't mind. He want to ask a question. Call in
Okay.
American 7. I just put the passcode and the thing in. But yeah, that's great, man. Like I say, you guys are doing so well, man. You all make appliance boot camp easy. I don't have to sell this course anymore because of you all. And like I say, when people come to the appliance boot camp, they're more excited to want to meet you all than they are to talk to me or anybody. They want to know if y'all going to be here and whatnot. More people ask me about you all than they ask about the appliance boot camp now.
Man, that's what's up, man. I mean, we all appreciate you, Mike. That's all I can say. Because I definitely need this outlet as far as skills was concerned, and have been looking to start a business, and it's just right on time, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Like I say, glad we could hook up. Cause like I say, man, you guys making it real well. Cause I'll be honest, as the one for you all putting out putting out content, y'all have ran off all the other. You have, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but it used to be I could go and everybody was trying to teach entrepreneurship. They were talking about business and whatnot. Now that you all are out here putting out information and y'all putting out the real stuff where people can see it day to day, somebody who out here doing business, although everybody is ran, and we the only ones out here now putting anything about business.
Hey, that's when them facts. They can't deny them facts no more. So I mean, it's bad for them, man. The truth had to come out, and I'm glad I've took the step. We glad we met you, because it's definitely a different animal, and you just learn a lot about yourself as far as being able to get to those next levels, and how you transition through them, and how you got to take time to reflect, and that's what I've been doing for real. After doing that sales system, we were so amped up, man. Like I needed that break when we came down there for the open house, man, just to sit back and actually really realize, man, you got
That's
to the
right.
right
You all.
level,
That's
right?
right.
That's where you want to be.
You're doing sales systems. You done sales systems.
Yes,
Got it up
sir.
and going. Have you done another one since then?
Got two more coming up. Got half the parts in for LG, so I'll be
Okay.
doing LG next. Oh yeah.
So
So
this be your first time reprogramming the main control board.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got the jig in the car and everything, man.
There you go. It'd be
Got
good.
the
You love that.
compressor. Yeah.
Oh
yeah. So
the one thing to remember with that one, when the actual excuse me, the connector on the compressor, you're gonna have to rotate it. Um, you're gonna have to rotate it when you put it back on. Otherwise, you put it back on the way it will. If you don't rotate it 45 degrees, the compressor won't start up. And that threw me the first couple of times I've done. I said, why the compressor ain't starting? You have to rotate the actual connector on the compressor, but you'll be fine.
that's what's up. I just literally found that literature this weekend about that.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
yes, sir. Oh yeah. I just pulled that.
All right. Well, you'll be good, man. I look forward to hearing more from you, man.
Hey, no doubt. I'm gonna start posting again, but oh yeah, man, we appreciate you, Mike.
Okay.
Don't let the haters slow you.
Now they're not. Matter of fact, I'm actually starting to enjoy it a little bit now. At one time when I was fighting them by myself, hey y'all, American 7, he's trolling, so he doesn't want to call in. So I'm just gonna hide him, so we ain't got to worry about him anymore. He was when I was having to fight them by myself. It was hard then, but now it's easy because now when they say something, I know what I do. I pull up the screenshots of y'all checks and stuff that y'all saying, and I just hold it up and let them look at it. I say, hey, What I say, it works. Look at the checks. Look at the checks, and that's why they get mad and say now that y'all doing too much. Who y'all trying to impress? Because that's why when somebody wanna question me, I just say, hey, look at the checks. I can show you
Yeah.
where they're making their money.
Man, we just trying to show people it's real, man.
Yeah,
That's the crazy thing. Just
yeah,
trying to motivate.
yeah. So
But
I
yeah,
really appreciate that. I'm gonna be mindful of the young lady Tom. She been getting on me about the time.
no doubt, Mike. And you hold it down, man. We appreciate it. And shout out to the ABC fan. Keep doing your thing.
All right, thank you. All right, somebody asks. I'm gonna read one or two of these. Somebody asks. Yeah, it is. Somebody who's in my. Do you think going to the college? I think it's called Miami Dade. Something about Rick. Yeah, he works with TMM doing courses and stuff. I never. I honestly. He's very knowledgeable. He's very knowledgeable about appliance repair and stuff. His courses are. But I never taken his course. And I don't know anybody who's taken it. Ask around. Some people ask his course, but taking his course. But he's very knowledgeable. All right. Let's see. Mike, not only do you teach me and my husband the appliance repair business, but you passed the torch to my 10-year-old son. Now all my kids own their own business, all six of them. Wow, way to go. Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, urban family. Appreciate that. Where urban family travels. Were you all from Chicago that I gave the young man I gave the bubblegum machine to? I would like to know that. I've wondered how you all have been doing. Okay, we got Peter Bullock. Hey, how you doing, Peter? Peter is up in the Boston area. He's got very good company up there. How much money do y'all need to build a restaurant you were talking about a month or so ago? I'm trying to get in on that. On that restaurant, uh, that restaurant that we were talking about, that one you have to put in 25. You have to put in $25,000. $25,000, and then the people will actually build it out, and they'll put all the equipment in, and they get a percentage, and you get a percentage. So with that, that's where that goes. I'm talking to him with my investment group. We're trying to get in on one of the spots. Uh, I'm supposed to be meeting with his name is Larry Lane. I'm supposed to be meeting with him this week and talk more about it. But I didn't present that to the actual appliance boot camp group because I wanted something that we all can be in control of, and we have total control. The businesses that we're actually talking about, what DCNF say he gonna call me about this week, that's something that we all could do, and everybody that have their own appliance repair business or skilled trade business can participate, and we actually could corner that market. So with the restaurant, we just pay the money, and we have to split it with him and with the person who's actually running the business. Okay, yeah, Urban Family Travels. Thank you. Yeah, that's the young man I gave the bubblegum machine to. I often wonder how he was doing. I'm glad to hear from you. But he whatchamacallit, he came to the. This was one of the first appliance boot camps we ever done, and her young son was sitting in the back, and I thought he wasn't paying attention. And I had done the 5 banking accounts and all that stuff. So then afterwards, he comes up to me, and he said, "I want to ask you about your bubble gum machine." I thought he just wanted to get some bubble gum out of it, and I said, "Oh, what about it?" And believe it or not, this little young guy, he was probably 8, 9. I think he said he's 10. He was like 9 years old then. He had wrote out he had wrote out his business plan and wrote the finances down on how many bubblegum machines he would need to make a certain amount of money, and he'll ask me to go over his numbers with him. And I couldn't believe it. I thought he wasn't paying attention, so I actually gave him a bubblegum machine to take home with him, and he sounded like he's doing well with it. But I want to thank you. We'll often wonder how you was doing. Thank you. Glad to hear from you. If you don't mind, next time you get in, call in. I would love to talk to you. All right. Ernest Anderson, you can't change no one. You can only create the condition for them to change themselves, continue to do what you're doing. Okay, thanks. Yeah, like I say, this weekend, whenever I get ready, I don't know why. I wanted to get down there bad. My daughter's birthday would be on the 6th. I was still eat. I couldn't go. That's no problem, man. We're gonna do more stuff together, man. And hopefully we'll see you back at the. I'll see you back at the Asties. I'm talking to Peter Bullock. Um, but oh God, uh, if you don't mind, Urban Family Travels, call in. If you don't mind, call in. I like to talk to you before I go. He now has 4 bubblegum machines and 3 routes now. Jesus, hey, please, if you would, call in if you don't mind. I would love to talk to you. I give you a couple of minutes if you're gonna call in. But wow. All right, but wow, man, that's wonderful. Yeah, if you feel comfortable calling in, if not, you can just say not comfortable. I'm fine. But but yeah, he got 4 bubblegum machines now and 3 routes. Wow, that's amazing. That's the young guy, and that's the stuff. See, that's the stuff that those guys don't see and hear. They when they thinking it's all about appliance repair and stuff. It's not just about appliance repair. It's not about you all trying to boast and this and that. It's about that young family came. Now you got a 10-year-old who got his own business and he's up and running. Uh, that that I'm lost of words right now because I was wondering what had happened to the young man. I hadn't heard from him in a while. We hadn't heard from the family since they came. But man, that's amazing. I'll give you 1 or 2 more minutes if you want to. Um, but wow. Okay. But yeah, see, that's the stuff that you never know. You never know how where seeds are gonna fall and what's gonna sprout out and what's gonna come. And that's why I do this. That, honest to God, that's why I do this. And that's why the people who get mad and they say, well, you boasting, you trying to do too much, you doing this and you doing that. That's why I have to keep on doing it because those younger generations are looking at us doing this, and I gotta do this. And like I say, I'll be honest. The last couple of months, I've been a little disappointed in the and what I've been trying to find on YouTube, because like I said, you had okay. All right, here we go. 313, you're on. 312, you're on. I think that's Chicago. That's you.
It
Urban.
is.
Hey, how you doing? Great to hear from
Good.
you
How are
again.
you? You as
Great.
well. I'm sorry it
Wow.
took so
Tell me
long. I
about
was
the
getting
young
out of
man
the
now.
car. You're right. He was 9 years old at the time that we visited. He's 10 years old now. He has 4 machines, 3 routes, all still in effect, even with COVID. Um, we moved states recently, so
Mhm.
he's going to be trying to start it back up with his new state. But not only that, like I posted because I wanted to mention that all of my children were at ABC that day, and
I
so
remember.
not only did that plant a seed in him, but it planted a seed in my kids as well. And the conversations that we had when we left there, they are all investors now, so they are all trading in the stock market. They all started their own business. Even in COVID, they started a clothing company line. And even my 10-year-old son also trades in the stock market too. So if you have any
Wow.
questions for him, he can tell you,
Uh-huh.
how much is, each share is today. So all of that happened. It lit him on fire sitting in that room that day. And every conversation that we had after that was Mr. Sneed, something that Mr. Sneed said, And so it's just been amazing. I wanted to come by one and say hi. We will stop by and see you when we get a chance.
Uh-huh.
But oh my gosh, just him, just so much that he's learned, and it changed his trajectory. And so when I see this with my kids now, I'm like, it's changing my legacy, my family legacy now. because everybody is like entrepreneurship, like it's a different way to do this. I don't have to, even in the classroom with them being online now, my son is taking an entrepreneurship class. And even at the end of the entrepreneurship class, the teacher said, when you guys go out and get a good job, and my son interrupted the classroom and said, I'm not sure why you said that if we're in the entrepreneurship class. It's different. It's different avenues out here for us now. And he's 14, So their whole mindset is different from sitting in that classroom and having that experience with you. And our family is just like in forever debt with you. We thank you so much because it's totally different now for us.
Wow. Now, did y'all ever get into appliance repair?
My husband started with, when we came down, my husband was in construction. We've already moved 2 states during that time. So we wanted to get the information. We started our LLC and everything like that. Now we moved states. We're finally settled in. And so we'll be getting started too. So
wow, that's great.
You'll probably hear from them at some point.
I remember how, wow. Wow, yes. I'm lost for words. You just never know. Grateful. Just never know.
Yeah, I want to encourage you because people will say what they say, but you don't know whose life you change by doing what you're doing. Like everything you putting out is free content. Like I'm insulted that people could even think that they could ask questions when you're giving this free content and trying to change the minds of our people. And I know my life has been changed, so I can't see how people could find wrong in anything that anybody else is doing.
Yeah.
So we're grateful. We wouldn't be doing what we were doing. I know my sons, it would be different for them being black men and to hear a black man tell them that this is possible. It stuck with them for the first time. And it changed them in the inside. It did something to them, And so it's like, that's not even a dollar amount on that. So
you're gonna make me cry. I want to cry on the internet.
We're so grateful, Mr. Smead. I'm telling you, we're so grateful. It's not many words that I could ever. There's nothing I could repay you. There's nothing my family could ever give you outside of a thank you and the many prayers that we pray for you and your family every night. That God will continue to bless you for being such a blessing to us. Is not more that we can say than that,
Yeah.
Outside of, of course, when they become whoever they become, I'm sure my son will be shouting your name from the rooftops. Like, it all started, this guy, Mr. Sneed, I met when I was 9.
Wow.
Thought it all got rolling.
Thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it. And if you don't mind, send me a picture. I'm gonna put the email in the chat.
Okay.
If you still have my email, just send me a picture of the young man with his ice cream, not his ice cream, with his gumball machine, one of his gumball machines. I will.
He actually made you a video too, so I'll try to send you both. I'll send you the picture right away. But I'll try to get you the video too because he made you a video.
Okay, I would love to get it.
Okay, I'll send that to you.
All right, thank you so much.
No problem. Have a good night. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, wow, okay, okay. Let me get myself together on this. Okay, that's the young lady that JT and I gave her. You never know, you just never know. We gave a free scholarship to someone to come to Appliance Boot Camp, and she stuck out, and you just never know. And JT, we gave her the free scholarship. Her and her whole family came, her kids and everything. And you just never know. Like I said, the young guy was like 9 years old, and he just sitting back there. And I saw him writing a little bit, but I didn't think he was. I thought he was just writing something down like little kids, but I didn't think he was paying attention. But at the end of the day, when everybody was left, wow! At the end of the day, when everybody was left, he comes up and he asked me, "Can you ask me some questions about the bubblegum machine?" And he had wrote out his business plan, and this is that is crazy that all that happened, and that's the stuff that I'm a loss for words right now, so I might be babbling. because I cannot believe that is morphing into what it is. When other people get mad because you're saying not tell people uh, that it's not. I'm straight up and honest. It's not. Uh, it's something. It's something higher than me that's actually driving all this stuff. To be honest, because I won't gonna do none of this. I won't gonna do none of this. I was gonna just relax and enjoy my life, and just be nonchalant and enjoy my life. JT comes, here it is now. And then I whatchamacall. I see all these people. This I've been mad the last couple of months because I see all these people were talking about entrepreneurship, and I have been trying it forever. Like I said, I was paying people to try to teach them how to do business and stuff, and they wouldn't catch. And then when JT came, and I saw YouTube, and then when I started going more and looking into YouTube, I said, "This is where it's at." These all these other business owners that's out here trying to teach people entrepreneurship, especially African Americans. So you had all these African Americans, and then you had the rappers starting to talk about buy back the block. You had Jay Z and all them rapping about entrepreneurship. I said, this is finally our chance to make our move, and I jump out there, and and all the stuff that they say they want to do. I thought they sincere, and I thought they were really doing it. And then you get out there, it's kind of like the movie Braveheart when the guy when he finally get everybody ready to go fight England, and they get ready to go to the big battle, and he get the flag and he start waving it around, and he look and he see the people walking off the battle, turn off and walk off the battlefield, and he just hurt and can't believe it. That's the way I felt. I come out and I say, okay, all these people that's out here that supposedly have all this money, have all this business knowledge. Now we're ready to go. You got the Tulsa real estate fund that I thought was going to jump off, and all this stuff. And then you get out there, you find out they were faking. They were just doing it for money and doing it for views and likes. That now they're actually switching over and talking about some. They think it was crazy that I'm seeing that. That's what they're talking now. Everybody's getting into now telling men how to find women. That's where the money is at. And they done left all the entrepreneur stuff here, and I'm the only person here doing it. It looks like now. I feel like I'm the only person. I said, what happened to the Tulsa Fund when you're gonna build a whole community? That's why I was looking at that. Now I don't hear anything from that. What happened to the guy who's Dr. Umar, who's going to build a school? That's what I was looking at. He's not doing that, and you stuck here by yourself. And now everybody has started ganging back on me again from the internet. When I was out there by myself, everybody would gang up on me and tell me I got called Kanye West again today because I told them. I mean, this past weekend, because I told them, I said, y'all believe Akon and y'all believe T.I. and all them, they lying to you. I said, y'all, I'm showing you all how it's done. I know he can't do it. I know he's not doing it. He lying to you. And they call me Kanye West again. But then now I'm a loss for words. So now you see this young guy, 10 years old, he's coming up and he's saying, yeah, I listened to Mr. Sneed. He told me the right thing. I see everything that you all are doing and stuff. I know it works because I've done it. And I'm just rambling now because my mind is everywhere. Because what that call right there just solidified everything that I was telling them all weekend. All weekend. No, all this stuff, people, I'll be honest. I got the utmost respect for Miss Erica Williams. Miss Erica Williams, I got the utmost respect for her. Right now, far as YouTube and entrepreneurship and stuff like that, I think she's probably one of the realest people out there. She is. She's probably one of the realest people out there. She's out there doing it, and you can go there and see what she's doing, touch it and stuff. Everybody else, if they ain't, if you out here and you ain't transcending and building stuff and doing like she's doing, building stuff. Ain't necessarily got to be doing what I'm doing, but you ain't transcending and moving on and teaching the people coming behind you and stuff. I think you playing with it. If you ain't got a place where I can go put my hands on and touch it, that's why I say all these things. I haven't seen one thing Jay-Z built that I can go touch. I haven't seen one thing T.I. built that I can go touch. I ain't seen one thing that Acon has built that I could go touch. You can come here because they don't want to build nothing that you can go touch because then you can get judged on it. If I give you something, some hype stuff, and give you some course that take you forever to complete that you never complete, you don't have anything to judge it against. I never seen their people calling in telling about the results and stuff they have. Don't filter it. Let it come through. I don't filter the phone calls. It comes through. And so I want. Oh man, Jesus Christ, I cannot believe this. Cannot believe this. I don't, like I said, I don't filter it because I want you to. I want to know if people are getting anything from it. So if what comes in comes in, I open up the phone lines and let people call in. I want to hear people who've taken your courses who have gotten that stuff. If you got that, if you got the school now, you go there and you renovate it, do something to it. I know what it costs to renovate a building. I know how much it costs to put a roof on. And if that roof was leaking on that building, you ain't gonna be able to do it with no GoFundMe and having nobody run no donations. You ain't gonna be able to do that. You gotta actually know business. That's why I always harp. I don't ask nobody for no GoFundMe, no donations. I don't tell nobody get no lights up. I don't tell nobody to get no donations in. I don't need it because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman. My businesses support me. I just found out. I don't even. The YouTube owed me like almost 35, maybe $4,500 because I haven't verified a PIN number. People kept talking about getting the AdSense and all that. I could see the money, but I never see get deposit. And I was wondering where it got. I thought I was getting deposited into PayPal or something. Then finally, I get an email. I got to verify some PIN, and I see all this money sitting in YouTube money. I don't care about it because my businesses do it, and then I build businesses that y'all see the beginning of it. Y'all see how it looks. Y'all see me out there sweating. You see me out there building it. You see the process of it. Then after I build it, you can come here and touch it and say, okay, he done a good job. You can go there. You can taste that ice cream and you can say, okay, he done a good job. You can see the customers coming in. When I was doing that video, you saw customers coming in and out to get that ice cream and stuff. I build the businesses and put it up there and it's something that you can judge me against. All this other stuff that you just talk and I don't never get to see anything you build and judge you by it. I'm getting to the point now I just don't believe it. All right, so I'm gonna see what's going on here, and I'm getting out of here. Okay, top authority. So I do this part time. I make up for what my wife lost during the layoff. There you go. All right. Yeah, that's the type of stuff that make black people. Yeah, and that's what I had that discussion with somebody, about that one time. Telling them they need to get out the way because what happened because they come and they do that and they make it for somebody who's real coming back. They have a problem because now nobody trusts that real person anymore because all the bad stuff that person has done, and people don't think about it. And then when somebody real come, it's hard because somebody's gonna come behind me and and going to be a lot better than I am. And that 10-year-old guy that 10-year-old young man now who's already in entrepreneurship, when he gets to be 25, 30, and he comes and he really been doing business since he was 10 years old, and he comes to the community and wants to do something, the community going to shun him. Or they're going to be like where we are now, where you got real business owners. You got real business owners showing you real money, showing you how to do it legally, and people are getting mad. But if some rapper gets some fake money and put it up against his ear, and then they say they like that, and they like it's crazy. But you got somebody who's showing you real money, how to go out and make real money, and they're showing you legally how to do it, and showing you that they winning. We get mad and say they doing too much. They trying to impress somebody. So once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And like I say, I told you, I guess the topic tonight pulled them out. The trolls are out tonight. I told you they're out. I get it all week long about what y'all seeing in the chat. Multiply that by 10. I get that all week long. Whenever I show y'all money and show this and that, people get mad. But Home Appliance Pro LLC. Besides joining Appliancetology, what other sites do I need to check into to have the info I need to make appliance repair? Take the course. Take the course. Just take the course, and in the course it has everything you need to know. That's it. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in. Even the people who trying to troll, even the people who send the hate messages, even the people. So it's not just the internet. Even the people I talk to personally, I want to thank them too for actually inspiring this show. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm getting ready to go and look for more posts. I'm gonna start posting a little bit more throughout the week, and I'm gonna also start posting some more stuff about the ice cream parlor and the building and all that. So look for that. Once again, thank y'all for moving in, and thank y'all for calling in. And that young guy, man, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear that your family is doing well and everything is going on. Thank y'all again, and I'll talk to you all on Thursday.